Fox News alert, it is finally here, the last night of the DNC. And I'm not saying that sarcastically. I've enjoyed Chicago. Not as much as Harold Ford, but it's been nice. Tonight, Kamala Harris takes the stage. This is the biggest speech of her life, and she is freaking out. Yesterday, Kamala locked herself in a hotel room and studied all night. The last Democrat who overprepared this much ended up dropping out. Kamala's aides told the DNC, "You better not be running behind schedule." And Kamala warned them not to cut her tribute video like they did with Biden. Now we know why her staff always quits. Kamala's people say this week has been a crescendo building to her. So we expect an emotional entree with a side of substance. Very small side. Team Harris says they're going to stay vague. Quote, "This is a rallying cry, not a policy speech." If this sounds familiar, it is. The slogan's about hope and change. We're going forward, not back. The focus on decency. It's all plagiarized from the Obamas. Yes, we can turned into yes, she can.
Yes, she can.
If you want to know what Kamala's going to say tonight, just watch Obama's DNC acceptance speech.
I will restore our moral standing so that America is once again that last best hope for all who are called to the cause of freedom, who long for lives of peace, and who yearn for a better future. And the greatest risk we can take is to try the same old politics with the same old players and expect a different result.
Morality, hope, freedom, peace, future. She's going to recycle the same buzzwords, but it's just more empty calories. Kamala may snatch the Obama's essence, but she doesn't have the backstory to support it. Obama came fresh off 8 years of Bush, the Iraq War, the financial crisis. Getting a young black Democrat president was massive change. But Kamala's already in the White House. The country's lost hope because of her policies. The country wants a change because of her policies. The only change she's offering is what she looks like. And that's how they're hoping to fool you. Now, Barack Obama was already a star after his soaring DNC speech in 2004. He took that momentum and faced off against the Clinton machine in the primary, and then he buried him. Obama was battle-tested, and he earned it. Kamala didn't earn it. And she doesn't have the muscle tone or a single scar. She's Joe Biden's yes woman. All Democrats did was trade a one-eyed horse for a blind one. And you don't hitch a ride with a blind pilot.
You have to trust the pilot of the plane in the first place. And the problem right now is that Donald Trump is not a trustworthy pilot. And what these guys are winning, they're winning the babysitter contest. Who do you want? Whose values do you want to be in charge of the plane before we get where we're going? And I think you're getting smoked on that.
I have to tell you,
please,
the current pilot of the plane is Kamala Harris. Donald Trump is not the pilot of the plane.
No,
he's right here.
She's the vice president. She's the co-pilot. She's the co-pilot.
If the pilot dozes off and the plane starts nosediving, it's the co-pilot's job to stop the crash. Kamala didn't stop the crash. She pointed the plane straight at the mountain and then told the passengers, "The pilot's awake. He's as sharp as ever." She's responsible for crashing the border and the bank. Hope isn't going to distract from that. We need to change administrations and move forward. Right, Oprah?
Let us choose the sweet promise of tomorrow over the bitter return to yesterday. We won't go back. We won't be set back, pushed back, bullied back, kicked back. We're not going back. And together, let's all choose Kamala Harris.
2/3 of the country say we're going in the wrong direction. Why would we stick with the co-pilot who's been flying the plane the wrong way? It's time to change pilots. Oprah, Stevie Wonder, Spike Lee, the Obamas, the Clintons. We already did that. Why go back to 2008? This country has too many problems. We don't have time for a reunion tour. You can't just tape Kamala's face on a hope poster and call her the pantsuit messiah. The California machine spit her into the Senate. She failed up in the Democratic primary into the VP office, where donors just anointed her after a coup. Now her presidential campaign's being thrown together at the last second and held in place with rubber bands and super glue. She inherited Biden's war chest, didn't earn it, and the Obamas seeded her campaign with speechwriters and loyalists. Biden world hates Obama world, and Kamala's caught in the crossfire. The convention's already over, and she's only been here once. Johnny talked to more Democrats than she did. Tonight, she has to read a speech she didn't write and deliver it with genuine emotion. Kamala hasn't delivered during big moments. She spoke at the 2012 and 2020 DNC. Nobody remembers what she said. But speeches won't win this election. Even Gutfeld can read off a prompter. The debates will clinch it. Trump turns debates into memes and memories. Harris debated Pence in 2020. The only thing people remember is the fly. Kamala won't have Obama or Oprah on stage with her. They won't be on the ballot with her either. She's on her own now. It's Trump Vance against Harris Walls. Who do you trust to fly this plane? Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.